In this example, you're going to learn how to evaluate the expression and then make a decision based on the outcome of that decision. So let's go ahead and create a new workflow definition. And we're going to call this evaluate expression and make decision. Okay, and click the create button. That should open up the workflow designer. By default, the designer has just only the start step. First thing we're going to do is we're going to define a variable. So let's go to our action, say define variables. We're going to define a variable called PO amount. And we're going to declare it as a number and add that to the designer. Okay. Next, we're going to go to our toolbox and drag a decision step. So we're going to search for that decision step. So if you just type in DEC into the search box, you will see that you'll see evaluate an expression. And we're going to use that step next. And we're going to connect the two dots between the two steps and make a connection. Once we have done that, we're going to go and fill the condition to evaluate for this decision step. So in this case, let's say we want to evaluate if the PO amount, variable PO amount, is greater than $100. So we're going to say variable dot PO amount greater than 100. And save that. And based on the outcome of this expression, we want it to go to two different steps. So in this case, I'm going to drag and drop another decision step. And I'm going to set this condition to 1 equal 1, which will always be true. And I'm going to also duplicate this step, right click, duplicate. And then I'm going to put that step over here. Join the two steps. And I'm going to tell this step, go down this path if the condition is true, or if the outcome of this step is true. Go down this path if the outcome is false. We're going to save that. And then next we're going to save the workflow definition itself. And now we're going to create an instance and execute that instance. So I'm going to say create instance right from the designer. We can generate a name for that instance. If the name is too long, you can always type in your own name. And over here you can see that PO amount needs to be provided. So let's enter some value. So I'm going to enter 558 and say create and execute. Now we can close the workflow designer. And if we go to our workflow instances, we should see that new workflow instance created. And you can see a status of finish. And let me go ahead and render this. We're going to go to view and render. And you could see that the workflow had made a decision. Once the image is rendered, if you click on the step, you can get more detailed information. You can see that the step evaluated the expression and it returned a value of true. We can also view the properties and look at what it evaluated. So if you click on this little icon, it will show that it evaluated 558 greater than 100. And if we go back, you can see because the true condition was configured on this connection, it went down this path.